everyone, today we're going to look at a very easy way to phrase through scales. By the end of this video, you'll definitely be able to use this in any scales you already know or future scales that you learn. It's simple enough that a beginner can use this, but if you haven't done this before, it's definitely something you should employ in your own playing, even if you're an intermediate or advanced and you haven't done this before. I'm going to be teaching everything in the key of C today, so I will begin with a 3-note per string major scale that looks like this. Many of you may already know that scale shape, or you have another scale that you prefer to use when you're trying to improvise. It doesn't matter so much what scale shape we use. What we want to do is learn how to get from point A to point B in a more interesting fashion. If you're soloing, it doesn't sound particularly great to just go straight up the scale. If our starting point is here and our end point is here, you want to go through that scale in a more interesting way than simply playing straight up it. So what I'm recommending that you do is simply double a lot of the notes. So I'm going to begin on this note here, on the 9th fret of the 4th string, and then I'm going to play 10 and 12. Those are the first 3 notes of the scale shape that I'm using. I'm going to go to the next string, which is the 3rd string. I'm going to play the exact same frets, 9, 10, 12. And then I'm going to play them one more time on the same string. And then move up to the next section, the next string, 10th fret. So I'm playing 10, 12, 13, and I'm going to play that again. And then lastly on the 1st string, the E string, I'm going to play the 10, the 12, and the 13. And then ascend up to my final note. So altogether, here's what I played. So what you're hearing is the doubling of the notes on the 3rd string and the 2nd string. The 4th string and the 1st string, I simply play the notes one time. So once here, and then twice on the 3rd string, and then twice on the 2nd string, and then once on the 1st string. All together. Now that isn't groundbreaking phrasing, but it is a way to immediately start breaking up the scales that you know and use and giving them a more interesting way to ascend. Now let's flip it around and descend. So let's say I begin on the F here, and I want to play through these notes right here. So I'm going to play the 1st string only once, move to the 2nd string and play that string twice, 3rd string twice, 4th string once, and end on this note. Again, everything together. Again, this is not crazy phrasing. This is very basic, still going up and down the scale. But by doubling some of the notes, you are creating a little more of an interesting pattern to the ear, and it doesn't make it so technically difficult that you can't execute it. As I mentioned, you can use this with any scale shape. So if I go to maybe the next position in the C major scale, I could use it here. I can obviously keep moving through other shapes. You can absolutely use this with any scale shape that you find. It doesn't have to just be a 3-note per string. It could be a 4-note per string, whatever. You can double the notes up on particular strings to create an interesting sort of cascading effect or ascending effect, whatever you're looking for. You'll hear this used by all kinds of players as an interesting way of either descending or ascending, and it does create a bit of a build-up one way or the other, and then landing on a high note is an awesome way to punctuate it. put these examples into a tab that you can download. If you want to look in the description, you can click on that link. If you'd like to support my channel, you can certainly go to patreon.com/PaulWarrenMusic. There you'll not only find tablatures, but you'll have access to backing tracks, as well as private lessons and other things that I recommend. If you're looking for gear, you can also support the channel by shopping through my Sweetwater affiliate links down below. Every little bit helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this quick video, and I do really hope it helps you learn some new phrasing ideas on your own. Please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified of new video releases. I'll see you all next time.